Good day, guys. Today I want to show you how to code your Figma design using a browser extension called WebMaker. WebMaker is an extension that you can install on your browser. You can install it for Firefox, Opera Mini, UC browser, Edge, and so on. But I prefer Google Chrome. So I have opened the WebMaker, which is a plugin. After you've installed it, you will probably find it among your extension. So mine is this. So I have opened it, and this here we have it. We have HTML, CSS, and JavaScript section. So we're going to use this extension to code our Figma design. So these are Figma design. This is just like an home page, or let me say a landing page. So this is an home page. You can see we have it like this. So I would have loved to convert all these things into a code, but it's going to take a lot of time. So we're just going to do the navigation bar section here, and also the first section that we have here. So we're going to convert that into a code. So to do this, we'll need to do several things to do that. Everything is going to be between the Figma and the extension that we're using for that. First of all, we need to check for the size of the design. So by selecting it, I can easily go to the layout. We have 1440, so 1440, and by this. So the height can be as small as this because it depends on the content we have on the site. But the width is very important. We have to take note of that. So for this design now, we're going to first start with 1440 with 1000. So the height is going to be 1000. So to do that, we know our width to be 114. So we're going to go to the browser. So I'll write HTML. Now press this. Now the other section is the head section. So we'll have the title. Let us say my page as the title. So after the title, we'll have body. So it's inside the body, we'll put all our things. So first section, I'm going to add a div there. So I'm going to say div dot cont. Div dot cont means create a div and give it a class of cont. So the class of cont, we're going to use that for CSS. So created that everything of our design will be inside this. So it's necessary this thing is very close to the end here so that we'll know is where our ending is. So we've created div count. Now, so from this CSS, we're going to create dot count as class. Then we say width. Width is 1440, and the height is going to be 1000, as we said. So let us give it color so that we'll see what's happening there. Background color, let us say red. It will happen. So we're not seeing anything in it. Let's write something and see. Okay, so we've seen it, and it has given us the background and everything. So I'm going to delete this. We don't need this. The right up here, I'm going to delete this. Just want to use that to know. And the background color, I'm going to I'm going to go to our design wizard on Figma. I'll select it, I'll check. So the color is this. I'm going to copy this color and come back here and do ash. So I have our background color implemented. So the next thing we're going to do in our design is this bar, this navigation bar. So the size is 144 by 100 as height. So I'm going to do that. So I'll say div if dot nav. So this div dot nav, we've created that. I'll come to CSS section and say dot nav. Now I'll go to my Figma back and I'll turn on developers mode here, and I turn it on. I'll see the height, the width, and everything for this, the background color, everything I'm going to see. So all I just need to copy is this layout. I'm going to tap on the copy icon, then go back to my browser and paste everything into the nav. So everything is there now. I'll go back to my Figma and let me go out of this. I'll switch off this. So I'm going to select this, everything here. So I want to export them as the logo. So I have it like this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to right click on it like this. Now copy as SVG. But as I've copied as SVG, we should know that this is what we created now for. Everything is inside container. So this is on its own container. So we'll call it dot logo. So I'll call it logo container. So I'm going to go back to my browser. So inside this now, I'm going to create div dot logo. Inside this div dot logo, I'm going to paste my SVG that I copied. I'm going to paste it inside. Then we have the logo here. Other things that we need to do on this dot logo, I'm going to CSS and do dot logo. Dot logo. So I'll go back to Figma and go to developers mode. Developers mode, I'll see the width, the height, and everything. I'm going to copy it. Now go back to this. Now paste it there. Then again, there's something I need to do here, which is our position. The position of this is going to be absolute. Then the left, I want it to be shift from left to right a little bit. So the left is going to be whatever we see here. I'm going to go out of developers mode. So the left is on our x-axis, which is 100. Top is 29 and left is 100 pixels. So I'm just going back to my something here and say left is 100 pixel and top, let's say 30 pixel. So this is what we have. The other things that we need there is, so I'm going to copy this as SVG also. I'm going to right click and copy as SVG. So I'm going to and this, so I'll call this one menu. So I'm going to the same, so I'll go to the same div that contains the logo. So, and I'll say div dot menu, div dot menu. I'm going to paste everything here. So it's not aligning. So we need to go back to this and check the top and left. The left of this is 309 and this is 26. So just going to go here and do dot menu. position to be absolute, top to be 26 pixel, and left 309 pixels. So this is what we have. So the next thing we're going to have there is the search bar, which is this. I'm going to copy this also as SVG. I'll go back there and I'll do div dot search and I'll paste the SVG inside. I'll come here and I'll do dot search and I'll do position absolute. I'm going to do top. I'm going to do left. So let's check top and left. The top is 946. The left is 946 and the top is 30 pixel. 946 pixel, and this is 30 pixel. So going back, this is what we have. So we have our complete something there. So checking our menu, our navbar. Our navbar has color. So we're going to check the color here. So I'm going to developers mode of it. I'm going to select this. So we will have this property. So I'm going to copy the layout and style. So copy the layout, I'll go to this and I'll paste this here. So again, I'll go back to Figma and copy the style. That will have the shadow and everything there. So we have it as we have it now in the Figma. You can see have everything. You have that. So we are done with navigation bar. So the next thing we need to do is to check what our next thing. We have this section. We have this container. There's the container here. So that has other things inside. So we're going to create this container first. We call it sec1. This is going to be our first section. So go back to this and create div.sec1. So div.sec1. We're going to check for the size of it. So the width and style everything. I'm going to copy the layout first. So I'm going to this section here and say sec1 dot sec1. So the next thing I'll do, I'll paste like this. Put a copy. I'll go back to Figma again. Check the style. I'm going to copy that also. Go back to my browser. Do this here. So I think that's done. So inside sec, what do we have inside? Okay, this sec. Okay, it's okay. What do you have inside sec? We have this right up. So I'm going to copy right up. I'm going to copy the right up here. So and I'll go to this section. Okay. So let's look at it. We have other two sections here. We have one that has the right up, and the button. And we have other one that has the picture. So we're going to do this section first. So inside first section, we have two div. One div is going to be, let's say, inner one, div dot inner one. Inside div dot inner one, that's where we have the write up and um, button. So inside this div inner one, we're going to have our h1. H1, I'm going to paste what I have inside there. So we have this and it's taken up. Let's check our sec1. What do we have there? Position. Position absolute. Up. Up. That's going to be what? The part of developer's mode. The top of this is going to be 80 pixel. The top is going to be 148 x 80 pixel. So 148 pixel and left 80 pixel. So when we set it's going to be h1, not hi. So h1, let's put class here. Class equals to global, something like that. So we're going to go to dot global. We need to increase the font size. Dot global. So I'll go to Figma back. Then I'll select this dot global here. We won't want to write this. So I'm going to developer's mode. So I'm going to check whatever I have there. I have this. I also have this. So I'm going to copy the first one, which is typography. I'll go back to my place and I'll paste it here. The second one is about typography also. I'm going to copy that, paste it here. So we have inside dots global. Let me check. We have, okay, this is not correct. Global. Okay. We're going to copy the width also. Go back to my browser. So checking this, I need to measure something from here, from this place to this place. This is 120. From this place to this place is 140. From this place to this place, or to the top here, is 268. So I'm going to apply the top and the left to this. So the left already is what we have as left. So I'm going to take this measurement to work on this. So I'm going to say position relative top 20 pixel. Then left, left is going to be, left shouldn't be on 20. So it's going to be 60 pixel. Means that something is relative, not absolute. So being relative is relating to the container that is inside. So have this. So the next thing we need to do is to check what the next thing this right up. So we need to copy the content we have here. So I'll go to the browser. I have this one that follows this, and I'll say span. So I'll say plus equals. So let me paste what we have here. So was, let's say, okay, digital. So class digital. I'm going to come down here and do dot digital. So I'll go to Figma and copy width, everything here. I'm going to copy them into this here. Next line. Go back to Figma, copy this. I'm going to copy this here. So what other thing do we have there? I think everything, we have everything. So the next thing we need to do is to measure the space between here. Going to make sure we have here. This 60 and this 318 pixel. So going back to my browser, I'm going back to my browser. I'll do position relative top left. Left is 60 pixel, while the top is. So that is that. The next thing we need to do is our button, which is this. So I'm going to select this button and this. Then I'll copy some style here that I'll need to put inside. Back to my browser and I'll click. I'll do um dot btn. I'll paste this one here. Go back here again. Copy the other part and it is also. So the button is pasted. The next thing to do is go back to our design. Still inside the inner one. I'm going to have the button. Let's say input tag button into the button. So class is going to be btn. So value. What do we have inside the value? Explore now. So going to write it. Explore now. Color white. So inside our btn, we have color white. Everything is done. So next thing we need to do is to correct the position of it. So I'm going to do it in relation. I'm going to do it in relation with the container that has it. So I'm going to say, I'm going to do it in relation to the container that has it. I'm going to say position relative top left. So going to be the top. Is 438. We have this one to be 60. So left top, let's say 132 pixel. And this is going to be 60 pixel. Let's increase this one. So it's our button. So this is what we have. So this picture, I'm going to export it. So I'll need to go out of developers mode. Now export this image. I'll export it. Okay, this is, let's say, land. Let's say person image. Image. Then I'll go back to my browser. I need to upload it to a platform. I'll upload it to Pinterest. Pinterest.com. Now go to create. I'm going to put an image here, which is person image. So I'm going to publish it. It's published. Then I'll go back to my profile. I'll go back to pin. I'm going to open it. I'll right click on it and I'll copy image address. I'll go back to my browser and create div. We've created div inner section. So which is this. We're going to create another inner too. Let's say div dot inner two. So inside this div inner two, I'm going to create img. The image, the source is going to be the link I just copied. So here is it. So I did some things, and I had to reduce the top position of so this is what we've been designing. This is what we've been doing. Is it? Thank you for your time.